to help the church. So he started sending the church like his shoes, his coat and stuff, so that they could sell it. So what happened was, people so goofy, they want to buy stuff like
Charles Manson.
Charles Manson from the one that was chopping up everybody, the Manson family. So the church had a moral dilemma. They had to decide: am I going to take these articles of evil, if you will, and make money to save the church, or am I going to send these articles back? Well, they decided to send the articles back. They needed $2 million. So when they sent the articles back, they got blessed because people recognized that as an act of sacrifice, and they ended up donating way more money than they even needed. So, but what happened was Charles Manson got the stuff back, and it really hurt him because he was like, you know what? That's why I ain't gonna never help nobody again. You know what I'm saying? He really took it poorly. It hurt, man. Charles Manson, serial killer, bumping off everybody. It hurt his feelings real bad. So, I mean, it just lets you know that no matter how terrible, quote unquote, a person's behaviors might be, their humanity, their spirit self really seeks to be attached to people for relationship. And again, what we've learned is that negative reinforcement is just as good as positive. So having friends killing with you is just as good as having friends loving with you.
Okay, so your class is from Dr. Who?
Dr. Bill Levesque, Dr. B, and it's on nurturing parents. And I got the website too. You can look at the website. I got the books. It's called nurturingparent.com.
And so your training is to
it's geared for it's 3 or 4 components. It's a couple of models: birth parents by themselves, birth parents and their kids, and foster parents and kids.
So they all learn about nurturing kids.
Right, they all learn about the principles of nurturing kids. Try to help traumatized kids move closer to nurturing kids. Because you start off with these two worlds: this world full of trauma and this world that's not traumatized. And so what you want to do as caregivers, as case managers, is move this population that's over here, that's been hurt and traumatized and exhibiting all these negative behaviors associated with their trauma, over to this side where, grass is greener, because these people had a pretty decent lifestyle. And so you do that by starting off this activity around good taste. Like we all got 5 senses. And so, but even with those 5 senses, there's good senses and there's aversive senses. So like for the sense of taste, what's a good taste? Like you like ice cream, but a bad taste could be, it could be, dirt, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And so, you set up all of these things. What's a good smell? Frying chicken, or what's a bad smell? Urine or poop or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then you set up these 2 worlds. So all the aversive smells go on this side, and all the good smells go on that side of the senses. And then what happens is people who grew up in trauma, and then what's so weird about even some stuff that you may say is good because of this kid's experience is bad. You know what I'm trying to say? They can make what typically is considered good. Like on one of them, like touch, they had massages. Now, I love a massage. That's a great thing to me. But if a kid was massaged inappropriately, you know what I'm saying, to solicit sex or something, then now that a massage is considered a bad touch. And that's why sometimes you talking to people that even appear normal, sometimes they'll kind of come out with something that's kind of weird out of their trauma. And that's how, unfortunately, people who are traumatized, they seek to remain a victim because that's comfortable. The more something happens in your brain, the more normal it becomes, no matter what it is. So if every day I get up and slap you, your brain gets used to that. Your brain thinks that that's what happens every day naturally. That's what happens. And even when you go out sometime in the world and get different information, still, because you've been slapped so much every morning, it's normal to you. You know what I'm saying? Your brain normalizes stuff to reduce pain. So now you have to do a lot of work to help this person understand that slapping you every morning is not normal, but that's your reality. So what it is you can't tell them it's not normal, but what you have to do is create a different environment to help them see for themselves, because you're really trying to help them figure their own thing out. Because if you have a question, the reality of it is that you also have the answer. And so our job is to help you find your own truth, your own answer.